Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, here in the Bluegrass State, where the hospitality flows freely. Home of the Kentucky Wildcats and the Big Blue Nation, ready for this collision today. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the number 6 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the 4th-ranked team, the Kentucky Wildcats. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he takes this from inside the 5. Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. They'll test the right side here. In the clear at the 25. Tackle made after a big gain.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. He's moving out of the pocket now, and he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. And he'll set up to throw. Lets it go quickly. Makes the catch downfield. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down. That's nice execution to pick up the first down. A little curl rod, Kirk, against the zone.
Yeah, when you play zone coverage like this, it's very difficult to defend this route if the quarterback does a nice job of reading the coverage. I thought he used his eyes there to be able to move the defense where he wanted them, created an opening in that defense, and then he made a great throw for that first down.
They're going to run it here. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
He'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Makes a quick grab. And he's tackled after the catch.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Receiver makes the catch. That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Now here's the toss play. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. He pulls in the catch. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Chris, I kind of feel like a coach right now because I'm always wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective. when as an inside linebacker, all you're ever taught, all you hear about is don't let them cross your face. If they want to go to the outside, it's okay. But inside, no. Can't have that happen, and it cost them.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance and a really nice gain.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. They'll feed the back again. Got space looking for the end zone here. Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
They'll try to run this one in. Defense expecting run. They'll stop him short of the goal line.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, what a great job by this defense. They have really tightened things up here inside the 10-yard line. Seems like they're almost daring the offense to go for it here on 4th down. Let's see what the decision is.
Long enough and good. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Returner decides to fair catch this. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. On the run here. Lets it go. Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the 1st down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. Ball rolls dead, and the coverage team downs it right there. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Offense getting set. Second down play here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. It's an out route. The catch made. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
First down here for this offense. And the single back takes the handoff. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? Pressure is coming. And they've got him back there for a loss of 8.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. Now coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but a big chunky yardage on the play.
The old toss play, Chris, as you know, this used to be really a popular play in college football, and teams ran this out of the I formation. Now in college football, you see them running out of pretty much any formation, but the key still is being able to seal the edge, whether it's your tight end or your offensive tackle, to allow the back to get to the corner.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Movement at the 2nd level of the defense now. And the wideout goes in motion. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And the tackle is made, not the big play they were looking for, but a pretty solid game.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football in this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
And completion makes it 2nd and short. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Defense will make the stop on what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. They'll try the option play here. Pitch play to the back. And they bring him down, but not before he picks up the first. Good execution on the option.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, Wildcats. There was a foot race, and he won it.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes the score 7-3. Now they get set to kick it away. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Missouri offense back out onto the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? First down. Looking to throw the football. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. If you get the right guy in that slot that can win the one-on-one matchups, you take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
And they'll set up with the PAT. And the PAT puts them up 3. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. Finds room at the 30. Finally marked out after a big gain, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Great job of the defense pushing him back on first down. Looking to pass here on second down. And they get the completion. Some hard running there through a tackle. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. It's third down for the offense. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He'll take a deep shot. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? They'll run it to the right side. Gets into space at the 50. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down play coming up. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He's going to take off. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
Well, I always want to see quarterbacks try to pick up some additional yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have got to stay in the game and stay on the field. He's got to be careful out there.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. And he lobs it deep down the middle. Deep shot caught down inside the 20. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
And now here comes the point after attempt. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. They'll hand it off. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
Look, I realize on any play call, and it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First and 10 play coming up. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Tackle made at the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
The defense with more pre-snap movement. Short connection to the tight end here. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, it's a great game, but I'm always so impressed with the offensive line because they sell this as much as anything. The quarterback's making the read, trying to figure out if the defense is committed to the run or the pass, and then he's going to go the other direction. He makes the right throw here out to the flat to the right, But the offensive line showing the defense it's a run look is what opens this up eventually for the nice game.
That completion makes it second and medium. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy and keep this quarterback from running.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Intercepted in the end zone.
Well, when you play cover 3, you leave your corners essentially on an island downfield. Love how the corner does a nice job of being able to stay in position, stalk the receiver, and locate the ball for that interception.
Here comes the Missouri offense back out onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that previous play. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. They're going to run the option. The back's got it on the pitch. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. So from the 28-yard line, it's a 3rd and manageable here. Try and muscle for the first down. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. He goes down quickly, but that's a takeaway for this defense. Important play.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his 2nd interception in this game so far. Obviously reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. Bites off a defender. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
That's an important first down on that running play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And he lofts it toward the sideline. And the ball is picked off. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. He makes the grab. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Boy, this quarterback throws a beautiful ball. Another big game for this offense and a chance to get points on the board before we get to halftime.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession.
Well, the offense catches a break here. Lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness.
2nd down now after the sack. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's locked. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And the defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
And the punt team makes its way onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the punt will go out of bounds, taking the returner out of play. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Snags the quick throw. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway. Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Second down, we're going to throw it. Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Receiver makes the grab. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Punt team ready to boot it away. It's a fake. Direct snap to the up man. They don't get the 1st down. The return team all over it. They stop him short. That fooled absolutely no one. They were all over that.
Chris, that's not exactly how they're anticipating that this fake would go. While it's easy to say, if you're going to throw it, just leave your quarterback in the offense out there. But there is an element of surprise that plays into any good fake punt. It just didn't work out this time.
So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. And there's the handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. Give it to the back again. Fights through a tackle. Sophomore brought down after a nice run.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
First down and 10 now. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Hand off to the single back. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Third down after that running play. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Only gets a couple of yards there. It'll bring up fourth down.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on third down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is it gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. And they add to their lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eludes the rush. Oh, the sack is made there by the freshman.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
So behind the 6, second and long from their 14. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Fires it to the wideout. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Well, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. Receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that third down. Let's see what their decision is on fourth down coming up.
Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. This one will be fair caught. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot, so sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. There's the handoff. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Here's the second down play. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Brought down, it crosses midfield to the 46.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Now they'll run it on the toss. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
I know the toss play begins with a guy taking a snap, he turns it around, he flips it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is can they set the edge as an offense? Whether it's an offensive tackle, a tight end in that same direction, where they want to run the ball. Because if they can do that, you get the result that you want just like this. If you don't, oftentimes the play is blown up right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And he's got it again. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a 1st down.
How impressive have these guys been up front today? Big 3rd down, know what you need to do, get the 1st down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
This Missouri offense is moving quickly down the field. We'll try to run it with the option. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Toss play to the outside. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. And that is no good. And the lead remains at 13 after the miss.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Receiver makes the catch. That completion makes it 2nd and short. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down. A new set of downs after that completion. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking right, this one caught. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Man, I love these fullbacks when they get a chance to get their hands on the ball. Most of the times, in most offensive schemes, they block all the time. Just a forgotten player. Here, they slip him out and let him catch the foot.
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Kentucky. That's a crucial score, Kurt. Makes it a one-possession game and makes the stretch run of this very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. Momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. But I'd expect this defense to be extra aggressive to try to get this ball back.
Now the important point-after attempt. PHC is good. They still trail, though. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. Play action here on first down. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
So second down after the incompletion. Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. Ball handed off. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. The pass rush closing in. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Incomplete for a third straight play.
Hey, I understand the aggressive approach here on third down and long, trying to pick up the first down, but look at the scoreboard. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. Smart play would have been to keep running the football, work the clock, force them to use their timeouts. Now at fourth down and long with the lead, tough decision here. I think you got to punt it away.
And the coverage team makes the touch, so no return on the play. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Makes a quick catch. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
One thing I love about this back, is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. That's a design quarterback keeper. Looks like Kentucky will have the first down. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Keeping it on the ground here. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8. Quarterback operating an empty set. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Well, fourth quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46.
Well, a mistake by the quarterback of putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. You know, you sit back and cover 3. The center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic ability to be able to go find the football and come down with it for an interception.
And that run produces a decent gain.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Chris, I just don't know about this call. I like the aggressive approach, but at this point, late in the game, playing with the lead, 3rd down and long, maybe you run the ball. You know, work that clock. Continue to think about the big picture. Now you're facing 4th down and long, and I think you got to punt it away and hope the defense can secure a victory.
See if he can make something happen with the return. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Inside the 10. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
PAT gives them a 1-point lead here in the 4th. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Missouri offense back out onto the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? He shreds the tackle. They bring him down, but a simple quarterback keeper for a solid gain and a fresh set of downs.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Breaking free at midfield. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in a fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space in lanes, and he takes off and picks up a first down.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Handoff in a single back formation.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Getting set. Here's second down. And now the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And we've reached now the 2-minute warning. Sets up as a dramatic finish as this offense tries to grab the lead late here. Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Crucial play here. They go to the air. Quick throw over the middle. Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Here comes a handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, here we are now on fourth down, Chris. And at this point in the game, a field goal gives you the lead. I don't think you roll the dice. I think you kick the field goal, you take the lead, and then you rely on your defense to be able to win this game.
He knocks this one right through. And that puts him in front here in the final 2 minutes. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Last possession, a perfectly blocked running play. They scored in one play. Can they keep it going? The pocket breaking down. Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game.
And we're in the fourth quarter. This offense is spreading you out. They're trying to get a one-on-one matchup that they can take advantage of. And what does the defense do? They get aggressive. Late in the game, trying to preserve this lead, they come up with a big sack.
Bringing pressure. He's hit as he throws it. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, Really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Running out of time in the pocket. And this is going to be a safety. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Strap in for this exciting finish. The offense has one last drive. Time ticking away. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for the wideout. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Touchdown, Tigers. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kurt.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability. Sure. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point puts them up 9 now. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He'll return it from inside the 5. And they've got the returner corralled. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Now the delay is called. Offense took a little too much time there. First down here for this offense. From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down. The first down play, not a good one. Looking at 2nd and long here. Backed up at the 1. He's going to throw it. Here's another interception. We're losing track.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could breathe a nail in the coffin.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the offense just takes a knee here. So the win streak continues. Kirk, this team could have gone either way after that loss. They have regrouped and responded really well.
Yeah, I think it's important to reference that loss, Chris, from a few weeks ago, but that's now a distant memory. This team right now is firing on all cylinders, and it's going to be exciting to see how they close out the season and see if they can make a run and see if they can make it tough on the CFP committee on whether or not they get a shot.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.